really long, and you helped save my life today.
I did?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know. I'd say Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah. The day I got bumped my elbow and got spidey powers. Because the wind tries to like fly you away.
Yeah, so you're trying to just keep the wind out with all your stuff. You don't have to take it apart. Like.
Oh no, we're taking it apart.
Alright, what's your name?
No. My name is Maureen.
Just look at me, don't worry about the camera.
Hold on, bro, cause I smell like, you know what I'm saying? I can't stop smelling. It's like a disease or something.
Yeah.
You guys, you see what's going on here? Come on, give us a break, please.
Don't worry about it. It's all right. It's all right.
Okay, thank you. Sorry guys.
It'll just be like another couple minutes and we'll be done.
So we deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what are the questions?
We're just talking about, like, you know, all the questions that people ask about being here and everything. Now I've brought America homeless stories from 24 different states. The following are some of the more memorable conversations that I've had with homeless individuals. Now, I'm going to show you some of those, and I've broken them up into segments and added some chapters to it too. Some of the conversations are very short, maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and some of them are longer, and many of them are uncut. Let's take a look right now at Unfiltered Stories, Life on the Streets of America. Yep.
Hopefully we will reach. That's what they keep saying. So it keeps getting smaller and smaller. So.
Let me have it.
I want you to tell me what's going on right now.
Just trying to keep a smile on. I don't know. My grandma probably old and dead by now, and I miss her, but if it weaseled out of the family, then ain't no way to got it, you know. Almost like they caught the plague, you know, and he sure as hell can't live there as some junkie. Yeah, for smoking weed in high school even.
How long you been out here?
I don't know, for about, I think 7 years by now. 7 or 8 years.
Do you have a plan to get back in a house and shit?
I'm on disability, yeah, but that's like $2, you know, $2 a day if you add it up, almost something. So it's like, you catch the jackpot doing something like that, or you get thrown in the gutter. Yeah. Yeah, but I do tattoos.
You're a tattoo artist?
I did these, and I one coat on the mountain range.
Okay.
Yeah, and I did a mountain range under there too.
So what do you think about the way the country's headed right now?
Well, I don't know. COVID and everything else. Targeting the homeless, you know what I'm saying? Well, good for me. Got something out of you. But you gotta do something while you're trying to stay good in the hood. Walking around all day, you know, for free. Mm-hmm. All that public entertainment, you know, that's not good on self-esteem. Try and get a girlfriend, you know, you have to drink out the ground.
Where do you sleep? Like, do you have a tent around here?
I don't like to. I don't like sleeping in tents. Yeah, I used to. Yeah, I don't know. I just walk around most of the time, so someone says, well, he's good with a lawnmower.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are you gonna get some shoes, some new shoes?
I hope so.
All right.
I don't know. They're just too long for me, and
all right.
They're not the fancy New Balance, you know.
No.
Or the pants is too baggy.
Yeah. All right.
Well, with the sparkly tattoos, I don't know. I like to say they match the teeth, you know, and then another via hatred toward the Caucasian race, saying it ain't nothing there. You know?
Yep. Here you go. I have $1. There you go. What's your sign say?
Pregnant and hungry, needing help.
Pregnant?
Yes.
You're pregnant?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
What's your plan to get out of here?
I'm not sure yet. I signed up for aid and everything, but it takes like a month for you to get an appointment with them. So that was the first thing I was trying to do.
Are you hiding? Because I saw you hide.
I saw a cop coming up this way.
Cops don't let you do this?
No. If they catch you, they'll give you a ticket. I've already gotten a ticket before, and I don't want to go to jail for signing.
All right. Well, good luck. Now, downtown Denver was far worse than I thought it would be for homelessness. It's everywhere, really. And I went downtown one day and I found a group that was camped out in a trailer right on the sidewalk in downtown. And they pretty much just spent their days dealing drugs and doing drugs and trying to figure a way to get off the streets.
My ex-wife did that for me.
No, but I have a feeling if it involves your ex-wife, you played a major role in it. Can't blame that one on her.
I'll play some.
So you were, I'd say because you were late, you're just in time for our spring cleaning, but...
Yeah, man. I've been driving all around.
I think you being late caused us to clean because we were looking for something to do.
You want an authentic interview, so you need to take your shirt back off.
No, man, let's just we do one at a time, just like up to 5 minutes each.
Okay.
Yeah, man, where do you want to go? Just right here?
Wherever you want, man.
Yeah, well, tell me first of all, how did you end up out here?
So the catalyst that actually brought me out here would be this simple little injury. Previous to this, if you look around beautiful downtown Denver, I build these things, these sky rises. That's what I did previous to this, before I became homeless. While working, I got scratched, literally a simple little scratch at work. Didn't bleed, anything along those lines. Became infected. Within 48 hours, I was having a surgery, my first 7 surgeries. That was kind of, I wouldn't say the spiral downhill, but it definitely led to it. It obviously no longer working. I had bills, things along those lines, a lifestyle, and unfortunately no longer bringing in that amount of money. I had a little bit of money to, a nest egg, so to speak, that made it so I was able to somewhat survive for a little bit. But what was it? About 5 months. 5 months after this, we're going on about 11 months now. About 5 months after the injury, I can no longer provide. I can no longer, pay my rent, pay the car payments, the gas, the food. The simple little things in life, the damn cell phone, like simple little things that a lot of times, normal parts of society don't even think about, things that I used to overlook without question. So I was no longer able to live that lifestyle. Lost everything, so to speak, right around the same time. Unfortunately, my wife passed. So this is all like a 2-3 week thing where, got hit, just one thing after another. Life, so to speak.
You're trying to get back to work. A lot of people will probably drive by and think that you're just not trying to work.
Absolutely not. I work even right now, out here just trying to maintain this, trying to ensure that I have food. But that said, too, also trying to help other people out, make sure they have food. I'm still working. I'm not working right now. I'm not doing what I normally do, but I'm still working. There's things behind the pictures that a lot of people don't see as us being homeless. Very few of the homeless community that I've met sit on their ass. It looks like, you might drive by and see them sitting on their ass. Maybe they're taking that damn break that they need, that 15-minute break, whatever it is. 15-minute break on an 18-hour day. That's another thing that a lot of people don't understand. Being homeless isn't a fucking parade where you're sitting on your ass doing nothing, where people are giving you this and that. No, you got 18-hour days. You got 20-hour days all day, every day. People don't realize that. To be homeless is a job. It's unfortunate. You're really not out there working an 8-hour day, but people don't understand that being homeless is a job in itself. To literally try to provide for yourself, provide for people around you, because it's a community. It's you don't just have, it's like a family. It's not just you and your wife and 1 or 2 kids. It's a community that everybody's your family. You feel obligated to provide for everybody. Being homeless, I've sat back and freaking after like a long week, and I can say a long week because, like I said, I'm out here getting money every which way I can. Some of it, unfortunately, some people might look down on it and frown upon it.
How long until they
getting by?
Are gonna run you guys out of here?
You know what? That's for me. That's definitely unknown. I don't have a clue.
They'll just come by anytime and go out.
I've asked a couple people, and that their response is, that's always kind of up in the air. from what I've experienced, because like I said, I'm going on 4 or 5 months of being homeless now. From what I've experienced, all the other places I've been at, it seems like it's always been right around 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. They come in and they say, hey, you guys got to go, blah, blah, blah. Here, it kind of seems like people have been here for not just weeks, but months, where they are in this spot for months, which, you know, maintain it, keep it clean, not a terrible thing.
Can I see inside? Is that right? I just want to see. I don't know what it. How...
Like I said, this was kind of just gifted to me.
Yeah.
So literally pulling everything out.
Okay.
Cleaning it up real fast. This is gonna be an area where you know I'm gonna throw 2 little couches in there.
Yeah, dude.
There's probably gonna be 2, 3, 4 of us in here every single night. It's not just gonna be myself. There's going to be a few of us in here every single night.
If you're the interviewer of like, should we do away with the First Amendment? Just
Yeah.
I don't have to admit anything. I fold.
Okay. Tell me why what are you doing out here today?
I'm rescuing somebody's family.
How long have you been in Santa Barbara?
Really long, and you helped save my life today.
I did?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know. I'd say Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah. The day I got bumped my elbow and got Spidey powers.
How long have you been out here?
Oh, a couple moments, precious moments.
Precious moments. What's your name?
Looking for bait.
That's your name?
The bait. I'm looking for Judge Judy's typist.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wonder what she's up to.
Judge Judy?
My mom loves Judge Judy.
I love Judge Judy.
No, my mom loves her the best.
Yeah.
No, she does.
All right. Well,
because even one's own parents will sue their child for $100. And so, if Judge Judy was alive, I'd want her to like tell my mother in spirit the difference between a civil and a criminal case for $100 from a child.
Okay.
Because she loves Judge. I love Judge. I think I really love Judge Judy. But I really love her because.
Are you homeless?
So far.
Do you like being homeless?
Sometimes, yeah. No. Because I have a real estate idea.
What's that?
It's based upon natural foliage. And I think people's houses are existentially falling apart. Non-theories.
Now, I spent 3 days driving around San Jose in the summer of 2021. I saw homeless stuff all over, and it was a trip because it's the wealthiest place in the country, but there are homeless people everywhere there. One particular camp I saw really stood out. There were about 500 or 600 people camped in this big sprawling area right by the San Jose airport. And the city had let them live there for 3 years, and finally they're like, we're coming in, we're clearing this all out. Well, the day I was there, they had just announced that, and everybody was getting ready to leave. They were all packing up.
Who is it?
Hey, it's me. Hell no or hell yes?
No, she said it's hell out.
Oh, it's hell.
It's been hell.
It is
yeah.
hell. Yes.
So it's been kind of hell.
No joke. Who are you with?
I have a YouTube channel.
Oh, because I'll put them on blast.
It's called Nick Johnson. Yeah, tell me what you want to say. I don't care what you say. You just say it.
Well,
thank you.
I was in stage 1. I've been here almost 2 years, right here, and it's been hell out there. Basically, what happened was I've been on all the news stations, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 11 Spanish station. At first, we had no running water. The city came out and dug the street up, turned off all the water. We had 2 bathrooms. One of them is still here.
Mm-hmm.
It's open, as you can see, it's open, but it's supposed to. There's no plumbing, They shut them down. We had another one, but it burnt down. That was over here by the other baseball field. And we had nowhere to go to the bathroom. We had no water. And people that brought out water, the people from the streets brought water. Everybody was fighting, physical.
Fighting over water.
Yeah, because we had no water.
How long have you been here?
I've been here
Two? Okay. Were you one of the first ones out here?
No. There's people that have been out here like 8-10 years.
On this spot?
Not right here, but along the...
In this area, yeah.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. I'm basically, this used to be my bed right here. This is where I used to sleep. And then I got together with my friend after I lost my husband, who died of prostate cancer. And he was owed $28,000. And the guy says, well, the owner says, well, he's dead. I don't have to pay no more. I don't have to pay you nothing. I was like, a year and a half, almost 2 years that we were there, you agreed we had a notarized paper with his signature, public notary, everybody's signatures on there. Said, I owe you nothing.
So where are you going to go next?
I have a tiny home, but the problem is with the tiny home is so many rules.
It's what?
So many rules.
Oh, rules. Okay.
For one, you can't have no visitors. You have to check in by 10 o'clock at night. And they're on your case all the time.
How did you end up out here?
My husband died out here.
Your husband died?
Out here. He died of 4-stage prostate cancer. But he died out here on the streets, homeless. And we were offered, well, when they were doing the Section 8 list for the homeless, we got offered a job in Salinas to be manager, property manager, and assistant manager. And when we came back, it was closed. It was closed.
Why don't you just leave San Jose and go somewhere cheaper?
Well, I am actually in the process of, hopefully next week, I will have my 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment that the manager has been saving for almost 70 days.
So you have somewhere to go?
I'm just waiting for the clearance of my social security number. Not a problem. I can pass a background check. And my rental.
So are you going to get a job then? I mean, you're...
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm looking at being Santa's helper at the mall.
Okay.
They said, are you good with customers? Are you good with crying kids? And I said, 3 years ago, I worked at the fairgrounds, Jurassic Quest, which is Jurassic World and Jurassic Park. The moving mechanical dinosaurs. And they said, are you good with kids? Crying kids? And I said, oh yeah. So, I mean, I was offered the job the next year, but unfortunately, COVID hit, so.
How do people feel that they're closing this down?
It's hard. It's very hard because a lot of people, their RVs are their homes. And unfortunately, the rats, they have some kind of rats out here that eat the wiring.
So where is everyone going to go?
They're trying to find places like tiny homes. They have a new program that just came out with Home First is one, Life Moves is another one. And I was in Home First, but I'm in Life Moves now, which is rapid rehousing. So within a year, first 3 months they pay 100% of the rent. Next 3 months, you pay 25, they pay 75. So within that year,
they transition you over to taking it over. Is there enough housing for all these people out here?
No, not really. Life Moves program says they have more like RV parking and stuff in San Mateo County.
Now, Oakland's probably the worst place I've ever been for homelessness. It is everywhere. There's one particular camp on the edge of town that I went to. It's called the Wood Street Camp. And there were hundreds of people camped right at the edge of the freeway. And at the time, all the people were trying to acquire the land from the state so that they could build their own little permanent eco-village thing there. And they were pretty enthusiastic about it. So I sat down and talked to them. And then I learned 2 years after I went, the state came in and said, you guys got to leave. And their little neighborhood permanent village thing never got built. But when I was there, I met some really interesting people.
I started this thing almost.
Can you stand like right here so I can see like the... All right, go ahead. Just talk to me. Ignore the...
Yeah. We started feeding people out of my house. And then me and my wife ended up separated and I ended up in the streets. That was about 15 years ago. I ended up down here. I was the first one down here. The police ran me out of here.
You were the first one here?
First one here. There was no tents, no nothing. I had a black Dodge Dakota. I was sleeping in. I was scrapping metal at that time. And then I got sick from being down here and all this stuff. See, these people get sick. You get sick from, not from the COVID, not from none of that. It's from the garbage that people come dump. These aren't the people that's dumping this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, look, like, yeah.
You can tell. These aren't the people that's dumping this stuff.
No.
Cars are coming in here, trucks are coming here, loads coming here and dumping stuff here. And so the rat problem that we have are from people that are dumping. So I had a tent down here for a long time. And then just about a couple of months ago, they moved me into my apartment.
How long were you here?
I was here about 15 years.
15 years?
Yeah.
Living in a Dakota?
Yeah.
And you finally...
A tent and a Dakota.
And you finally got out of here after 15 years.
Yeah.
How did you get out of here?
Huh?
How did you get out of here?
Focus. I'm not a man. I could live on the street, I could survive on the street, but I don't belong on the street. None of us belong on the street. A lot of these people on the street are productive members of society. Doctors, lawyers, dentists, secretaries, construction workers, electricians, plumbers, mechanics. All these people here have a trade, and they've been pushed out by these dot-commers, by how Oakland has took the rent control and put it on stable. So now the people that, because they're unstable, these guys come in here, they build these places, and now a studio costs $3 grand. A studio? Come on, who pays $3 grand for a studio? A studio costs $3 grand, so that's what happens when you get pushed out and there's no rent control. And Berkeley has rent control, but we don't.
So what did you saved up money and were able to get a cheap place? Is that how you got?
No, there's programs. Project Dignity and BACS is a good program to hang with. And these programs will help you get out of here. As long as you stay focused, as long as you stay on their backs, they're gonna help you get out of here. And I stayed on them, I didn't want to survive, and I didn't want to live here. I didn't want to die here. I didn't want to die on the streets. That's what I didn't want to do. And so I stayed on their backs. Project Dignity got me into a program called Safer Ground. Safer Ground put me in a Days Inn out there in East Oakland. I stayed out there for like 4 months. Then my housing came through. BACS helped me with housing and get into the program. I got into a BACS program, then they helped me get into Abode, then Abode placed me into a place. These programs work if you know how to get into the system.
So given how much did you have to pay to get a place? Did the city pay for everything and you just...
The city basically paid for my first, last, and deposit, and I pay rent every month.
And the rent's cheaper than it would be if you...
Yeah.
What's the rent cost?
My rent is $276 a month.
And who pays for the rest of that?
I guess housing does.
Like the city of Oakland or something like that?
Housing authority or something like that.
How long do you get to live cheap like that?
As long as I pay my rent, and as long as I renew my lease, and as long as I do what they expect me to do.
There's hundreds of people here. Why don't they?
Because they're still building places for these people.
No, we just don't have enough cheap places for all these people, though. There's thousands.
We do, but we don't. There's a system. I'm gonna say this one more time. Where there's a problem, there's a solution. There's a solution to every problem. Just like when you go fishing. If that line breaks, there's a solution to that line breaking. You attach it to another line, and once you attach it to another line, you throw it out there and catch the fish. It's the same with the whole homelessness. You attach it to another line and fish and catch them and send them somewhere else. It's a solution to this problem. We just don't use that solution. There's a big solution. Oakland gets too much money for the homelessness for it not to be for these people. Man, all these vacant buildings, open up a shelter, open up mini shelters.
Like right here.
Yeah, you got all this stuff out here, you got all these buildings, you got all these lands, you got all this abandoned stuff, and you talking about there's a solution. Oakland has too much money for it not to be a solution. There's a big solution. I got a big solution for this problem. You can help people. You can get them medical. You can get them back to the workforce. You can do all that through these programs that they got. It's no way that these people should be homeless.
So, a lot of people say homeless people, they're addicts. They made decisions that they need to. If you want to create a situation where you can live like that, then you deserve to live like that. You made that choice. Like, I don't know. Is that not true?
That's all bullshit. You tell those people that think that 90% of these people are using dope, using drugs, that's a lie.
Or like you did, and then that's how they became homeless, was addictions.
No.
So what percentage of the people out here in this place?
Probably 5% of people use drugs.
Used or use? Use
drugs, whatever situation you want to use.
So 1 out of 20 is an addict. The rest are people like yourself that
want to get out of here. That want to get out of here. Yeah, it's not, in this lifetime, they were pushed to the streets. These people wasn't addicts. These people didn't use drugs. Some of these people worked in the city. Some of these people work with the councilman. Some of these, you have no idea how much education is out here on the street. So they could miss me with that bullshit about the drugs and all that shit. That shit's a lie. All that shit's a lie. Don't believe the hype. It's not true. It's not true at all.
So you think it's just a cost of living problem? Yeah. It's just too expensive for people to live.
Who can pay $3,000 for a studio?
Why don't they just leave Oakland and go somewhere to Oklahoma where it's $700?
Well, you gotta understand. You gotta understand this. This is their home. Yeah. Most of these people were raised here. Most of these people were born here. They shouldn't have to leave where they want to be. I shouldn't have to leave and go to Denver. I'm from Ohio. It's way cheaper in Ohio than it is here, but I love California. I love California. I love Oakland, California more than anything. So why should I have to leave? Because you decide that you want to put rent control on hold and push us into the street. It's not fair.
Are they going to ever fix it? Or
They're going to have to fix it.
But it seems like it's getting worse. With the cost of living is not going down. I mean,
I just want to say something. To all you rich people that have money, we're the poor people that need to make you rich. So you really need to do something about us that are out here in the streets, because without us, you don't get no money. You're going to go bankrupt because you don't have that poor person working into your warehouses and creating that money for you. So you better really think about, we all need each other and start doing this thing the right way, because without the poor people, you can't survive. And that's reality, and that's common sense. This man that runs your plumbing company, that digs your hole, and you want to get rid of him and hire some other cheap labor that don't do it right, you better think about it. All you Clorox people that own these Clorox, you got people that run your lines, that runs your warehouse, that you done threw in the street. All you people that own these cereal companies, you got people that need to work Costco's, you got people that need to run those forklifts, it's millions of jobs that you need these people to do, but you push them in the street, and now you're talking about there's no work, there's no people to fill the jobs. They're right here in front of you. These people are right here in front of you.
Do you think all these hundreds of people here would go to work if there were if they had a place
to go home and live. To? Yeah.
But they can't. They're not going to go to work living here, is what you're saying.
They can't. Yeah, right. Who's going to hire a person that can't bathe every day?
Yeah. So a lot of these people haven't showered.
Their nutrition is not right. They're not bathing every day. It's all that shit is real. It's real in this life. If you think it ain't real, come live down here for a week and see what is real. It's real.
Yeah, let's come over here where it's a little bit quieter. So, what's your name, dude?
I'm Mateo.
Mateo, how long you been out here?
This time I'm going on about 8 months.
You were burning. What were you smoking?
Fentanyl.
So you're on fentanyl right now?
I'm on Suboxone, and I just recently got diagnosed with cancer. So I've been dealing with a lot of other issues. My ankle's like the size of freaking cantaloupes right now, and just the pain. I don't do it enough that I'm addicted to fentanyl.
Let's turn this way so they're not like, yeah. So you're just doing it because...
I do it very, very small amounts so I don't get addicted. Because the addiction's really, the withdrawal is very bad. I'm on Suboxone, so it doesn't, like normally people like nod out from it. I don't get high because the Suboxone, it's just for pain control. I really don't feel it at all. It's literally, the only thing it does is takes away some of the pain so I can literally walk. I'm stuck on my feet all day.
Yeah.
And I even go into the VA. I went to the VA building and, you know, I get from the bus, I can call transportation, but the building's so gigantic. I don't think my legs are so swollen by the end of it, you know, I can't even move. So I'm just in a tight spot with the cancer and everything else. And
how long have you been on the streets?
8 months this time.
Oh, 8 months. Where are you? Are you here in the tent right here? Are you?
No, I'm flown around. I guess I have a lot of good friends, so I always have someplace to stay.
Okay.
I just try not to be a burden. Like I said, I'm a vet, so I'm waiting on housing.
What does Denver need to do to fix this problem?
I think they need to coordinate with people that are homeless, not people that aren't homeless. The people that are giving information to them and doing most of these studies aren't doing what you're doing and talking to homeless people. They're just saying this is what's best for the homeless people. But they've never been homeless. How do you know what's best? You know, they got us scared around. I mean, it really sucks when you have to move every 2 weeks, you know, and then literally what's the point? Because 3 days later, people are right back in the same spot. You know, if you let people actually stay where they were or give them more housing, which is I understand would take time, but giving us a place where we actually can stay, you know, because we lose half of everything we own every time we move. You know, most of us don't have trailers and stuff like that. We have tents and it's just us. So we can like carry what's on our back, you know, and that's not very much when you have a tent and everything else, you know, food and stuff like that.
Is that fentanyl already wearing off that you smoked? Is it already like...
No, actually fentanyl lasts a long time.
Okay,
it
so
does.
you
It
can
lasts
still feel
6
it.
hours,
Oh,
7 hours,
okay.
8 hours. I don't do it as, obviously I'm not high, you know.
You're
I can move though, that's why I'm like bouncing. I'm like happy I could just move my legs because like before I couldn't move my legs. But I should be given medication for that. And the only clinic we have available to us being homeless doesn't provide medications even close to what I need.
Food and medical, how do you get that?
Fight for it. You know, it's even the VA in my situation with the colon cancer, I can't eat certain food, and what they bring in is usually expired food. If I get food, say poisoning or something, I could get hospitalized.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at extreme risk for it. So it's extremely dangerous for me to eat random food off the street that even people feed or give out because it seems to always be the shelf life is over.
Is fentanyl easy to get out here?
Yeah, I mean it's the main ingredient in blues, which is the main drug that everyone's addicted to. Pretty much, I would 80 to 70% of most people's homelessness out here. It's an addiction to it.
80%?
They would say 70%. Like
so, like 3 out of 4 people are addicted to fentanyl.
Yeah, blues.
Blues.
Yeah.
What's blues?
Blues is a derivative. It's a pill with fentanyl in it.
Okay.
Fentanyl's the main ingredient.
So where do you get people out here just selling blues?
Oh, it's so easy to get. It's easier to get that than find a cigarette. I can find a blue before I find a cigarette for $1. I swear to you, it's sad.
And how much is a blue?
Most of the country they're like around $20, but here they're only $3.
So you can get a fentanyl pill for $3 out here.
In Denver, yeah, Denver and Arizona are the cheapest states.
And how long does that last?
The blue, or the
blue? Like how long would it take? How long does it last?
It depends on the person who smokes it. You know, since like I don't smoke because they're not strong enough. So like I said, I just do it for pain. So I just need something that's quick, one hit, and does the trick. But people, I say, they don't have very legs on them. So people are buying them, smoking one.
5 hours
for 45 minutes. No, 45 minutes.
Oh, so an hour later they got to get another one.
Yeah, it's a mental game too. You know what I mean? The problem is it's so many young people. I'm older, so I know how to control things, a little better than most young people. But these kids smoke one after another, one after another. And I've lost 31 friends in the last 90 days from blues. I'm around the country.
Out here?
No, around the country. I literally deleted my Facebook because of it. Because I'm so sick of logging in and just the first thing I see is rest in peace Chris or rest in peace John or, and it's all the same thing. It's fentanyl, blues, and they're putting it in cocaine. They're even putting it in weed. They put fentanyl in it. I mean, 11 people died in Douglas County because they got some coke. 12 people died from the fentanyl and the cocaine.
Coming from Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, straight from Mexico. And they're copyrighted. There's even a trademark infringement on it. That's why there's a 30 on the, there 30 milligram oxycodone.
Can I see one?
I don't do them.
Oh.
I could probably find one.
Now, sadly, Charlotte, North Carolina has become a hot spot for homelessness now. There's homeless people all over downtown. Well, I spent a couple days here, and one night I ended up on the edge of downtown on a cold, windy night in a big parking lot. And I talked to a few people there, and one of them is probably the most animated homeless person I think I've ever met.
Different.
All right. Well, hey, you can say whatever you want. All right. So tell me, like, what's your situation?
Okay, first of all, like, I don't say homeless. It's me. Psalms 911. Short version, God's my habitat. But homeless, to a certain degree, is discriminatory. I'm just speaking for me. Because I'm in this situation because I'm not being able to have safe housing. And I haven't been able to have safe housing for quite a few years. False charges, false incarceration, and then when I'm gone, they say I abandoned my property, take my property, then it all gets dismissed, then you gotta follow through. Had an auto accident, I was at a red light, got rear-ended at the intersection of Sardis and Raymond Road. Brain injury, like couldn't put my shoe on my foot, couldn't figure out how to call a cab. Anyway, it took years, rehab, etc. But anyway, I guess it doesn't matter. Got put on permanent disability. I have post-concussive brain injury. Also have narcolepsy. I don't care.
So you get like disability checks? Is that what keeps you afloat?
I get a quote benefits, you could say, but I get a lot of medical bills too. So medical bills kind of keeps me down.
Do you have to pay them though if you don't have the money?
Yeah, like they're on my credit history. Like I got probably 25 now that I'm fighting, but
like, where are you gonna be tomorrow? Like, are you gonna be here
I
like
do day by day because like I don't have a quote tent. I don't have a tent set up because mine gets attacked.
Why?
By other people or the city.
The city will tear the tent down?
Yeah, take it.
Because you're not allowed to have a tent.
Yeah, but I mean they do waiver. Like okay, you keep a low profile, we don't see you.
But like, are they gonna come mess with you like here?
Oh no, already the park people said they said something, but like, okay, he didn't appreciate this, but this actually isn't a parking spot. It's not like there's no number on it.
Yeah. Can I see inside your?
Oh my God.
Can I just see what it looks like?
It's a mess.
I'm sure it is. You don't have.
Yeah, but I was going through it because things got wet.
Can I just like see like what it looks like?
Yeah, but I literally took this stuff off the carts because it got rained on. I guess so. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's real.
So you have like a bed in here?
No, it's just floor. Just cardboard and floor.
Yeah.
I mean, cardboard and concrete.
Dang. And you're gonna be in here for a couple days?
No, you can't stay here.
You gotta relocate.
So tonight you'll be here, and then tomorrow you're gonna move all this. How do you move? How do you move all that stuff? You got blankets
two carts.
Carts. You got shopping carts?
Yes, two of them. Actually, I was gonna take the cart.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So you're gonna move.
See, we got like, okay, we have to like put because there's no tent, so I could like go find some place. But literally, there's like because the wind tries to like fly you away.
Yeah. So you're trying to just keep the wind out with all your stuff. You don't have to take it apart. Like.
Oh no, we're taking it apart anyway because it got like this is old and it's holy.
Yeah.
And it was leaking. Oh, and I even got a life straw. You know the life straws?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I go fill these up. You can use your life straw.
That with water?
Yeah.
Life straw. Wait, what's a life straw?
It filters the water.
Oh yeah, those. Yeah. Okay.
Because but yeah, see, like took everything off. But yeah, this is literally like a drying rack.
So this is like everything that you own in here?
No, I got stuff in storage.
Okay.
Oh, this is a good one right here. See, I even got my dolly.
Yeah, you got a dolly and everything.
But this is me. Everybody's different. See, I put on there, inspire awesomeness.
So, to give people an idea on what shit you see.
There, inspire awesomeness.
Give people an idea about what it's like out here, homeless. What kind of stuff do you see? What goes down?
I mean, it's rough. It's like It's kind of like surviving. It's like surviving, but you're in the city, so it makes it a little bit different. Cause I've gone to Walmart. I bought the tents. I mean, I bought the tent. I bought the. Like basically, you better like. See these? They're big.
Okay, that'll keep you warm.
Yeah, just the jacket part I'm missing.
But like, you don't have like a plan to like get like, are you trying to save money so you can get an apartment, or are you trying to get a
I
job?
already signed up. I'm waiting.
You're waiting for a cheap apartment?
No, I'm waiting for something that fits the criteria that I said.
Okay, like a cheap, like a public housing thing, like a
I basically said I want it to be secure, like I want it safe.
So you're waiting for one to open up.
No slumlord place, no.
What is that going to cost a month for you to live in a place?
I don't know. They usually do like 30%, say your benefits typically. But a place that's safe and secure, a place that doesn't get broken into. Oh, and there's another thing with the housing. If you call the police because you got a break-in, it counts against you. So it's another reason to remove you.
So how much would it cost for you to get a place that you could live in every night? Like, what's a month? Like, what does it cost?
Well, I mean, the rent went way up here, but like I actually qualify. Like the place is not available.
There's nothing that you can afford that's available.
No, I guess not.
Okay.
According to what I'm being told.
How much benefits do you get for being disabled?
Oh, I mean, I get plenty. My credit score is low because of medical bills.
Okay, so you have money coming in, but you don't have good credit to get a place.
I have no credit.
You have no credit, yeah.
Yeah, I quit using cards and stuff a while ago, so it shows no credit. It looks like I just vanished.
So where are all these people gonna be tonight? All these people that are, there's like 30 people over here on the wall. Where are they all gonna go tonight?
Different places, but I mean, sometimes it's scary because sometimes some people don't make it.
Don't make it where?
I mean, they don't make it to the next day.
Oh, they're gonna...
Hypothermia. Yeah, I mean, some like. It's not. Yeah, it's bad.
All right.
What's your name?
My name is Jamarian.
Just look at me. Don't even worry about the camera.
Hold on, bro, because I smell like, you know what I'm saying? I can't stop smelling. It's like a disease or something.
Yeah. So just talk to me like, so is it getting worse on the streets right now with homeless people?
I think with homelessness, it's an epidemic. You know what I mean? It's not funny though, but it really.
No, you're fine, dude. Well, tell me like, how are you gonna get yourself off the streets?
Number one, making the right decision. When you make the right decision, it manifests into something like more healthier in your life. You know what I mean?
So what's your plan?
My plan is to be more thrifty.
To be more thrifty? Like, are you trying to get a job? Like, do you have a job?
So I'm actually working on getting the job. Like, I have the job. It's like an automatic job. But I have to have my control over the financial income that's coming in. I have to have control over the income.
How much money do you need to get off the streets?
How much money would a homeless person need? Well, they say, and each individual, I guess Google gives this estimate. It says, I think it's 10,000. If I'm not mistaken, it's 10,000.
You need $10,000 to get off the streets?
You need 10,000 to pay for like water, lights, right? Groceries,
Where are you gonna get $10,000?
No, you have to be thrifty. That's what it comes
So are you
from.
saving money?
So you have to save money. So that's what being thrifty comes into place. So you have to be thrifty. So you have to save money. But dang, I lost my train of thought. You gotta save money. basically.
Yeah. So how do you make money?
You gotta work.
Oh, where do you work?
I'm saying, just gotta work.
Yeah, but like, where would you go to work?
Well, would I want to work?
Yeah, like where would you go to like get a job and work and make money to save up?
I would want to work, me personally. That's a good question. But I know what I would like to do. I would like to build like a skyscraper, but I would like to build like the steel frames, cause it's like welding. You know what I mean? I like to weld. I like the feeling of it, like, you know what I'm saying? It's fusing together. It's helping the country come together. You know what I'm saying? It's building a skyline. You know what I'm saying? Actual skyline. I think that's cool. Like that building right there. I think those two buildings are cool. That's a cool building. Those are two cool condominiums. You know what I mean?
What kind of shit do you see out on the streets out here?
Man, bunch of weird stuff.
Like what?
Stuff that doesn't resonate with me.
Like
it doesn't.
Like, give me an example of like stuff you see like on the streets.
Smoking drugs. Just nasty stuff. Like homo stuff. But I'm not homophobic. I just don't like when a person tries to push themselves up on you that is, you know what I mean?
It is freezing out here. Holy shit. What's up, man? Is there like nowhere for you guys to go? Like, it's freezing cold out here. Are you guys camping here?
Yeah, this is ours, but we're gonna move the
Oh. Why don't you go in the shelter?
Because me and her, she has separation anxiety
and
PTSD, so she has somebody to be there when she goes to sleep. So
I'm also pregnant.
Yeah.
You're pregnant out here?
Yeah.
Why can't you go into the shelter?
It's just
I can't really
couple.
sleep without him.
Yeah.
Oh, and you said they're full? The shelter's full?
Yeah, most of them have waiting list.
And they're churches? Is there anywhere that will take you guys?
Churches won't really take you unless somebody's there and you can't sleep there at night.
So you have no options except to sleep out here?
Really though, if we have a tent.
Yeah. But I mean, you're leaving? You said you're leaving?
Yeah.
Where are you guys gonna go?
We're gonna move states. We're gonna go to Kansas.
You're going to Kansas to like start a new life?
Yeah, really though.
Okay. What's in Kansas?
I got a house down there.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have a house in Kansas?
Yeah. We're finna go down there right now, bro.
You just bought it?
Yeah, I'm excited, bro.
Oh, what? How did you buy a house in Kansas from here?
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin? Shut up.
No, for real.
How much did you make on Bitcoin?
About 500,000.
Shut the fuck up.
But it's just in Bitcoin. I haven't withdrawn it yet.
So you have $500,000 in a Bitcoin account that you just bought a house.
Yep.
And you're going to Kansas.
Yep.
And you're living in a tent right now.
Yeah, that's why we're just giving away our stuff.
When did you decide to do this?
Yesterday. We just got the plane tickets. We gotta go up there to the hospital.
But you've had that money for how long?
About 3 days.
The Bitcoin money?
Uh-huh.
Why did it only come?
Because I got it to where it set a goal of 500,000.
Oh, so you've been making all this money and you just decided I'm cashing out going to Kansas.
Yep. Some of them, like back there, if you go back far back here, there's a path.
Okay,
right
there's
here.
way more people back there?
Beyond the creek, don't mess with them. That's because they don't want to be messed with because they do illegal stuff like that.
They're on drugs and stuff. Okay.
But these people up here, they're friendly. Just you gotta approach them right. Like,
how many more people are back there?
A lot.
Like
beyond the creek,
like 100?
I don't know. We haven't really been back there. We went back there for a second. It's like, nah, we're gonna come right here. It looks better right here.
So there's way more people back there.
Yes, way more.
I don't think I even want to go over there. Do I? Yes, I do. Oh my God. What the hell? don't give a shit. Thanks, man. What's your name? Oh, you don't have to tell me your name. Tell me, how did you get out here?
So I was doing Uber Eats for work, and I was staying in hotels, and then I got into a car accident that wasn't my fault, but basically my insurance company said it was his fault, and his said it was my fault, so nobody got paid. My car was totaled, and his car was pretty much totally fine. And so, so I couldn't work anymore. I couldn't make any money. And shortly after that, I have schizophrenia. And so I had like kind of a bad episode where I thought that people were out to get me. And so I like ran away from like where I was and ended up like spending the last of my money, like buying a tent and food and like going and living out like on a bike trail. Like this was like back when it was snowing back in like January. And then, so after that, after I kind of like finally figured out that I was just crazy, I kind of like came downtown and I've just been trying to save up money since to get another car and get back to work.
All right. So, I mean, people, they go by and they think that most of these people have given up. You're trying to get back out there. You just need to save some money up so you can get a car and get back to work.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I've almost got enough to get a shitty car.
How much you need? Like, do you have a Venmo, by the way?
Yeah, I do.
Tell me your Venmo, because people might donate to you.
Okay.
What is it?
Actually, I'd rather not, just because it's got my real name on it.
Okay.
Well, honestly, a lot of these people out here have given up. And
so I just happened to meet the first two people that have a plan?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, that's really the way it is. Like, some people, you know, like, you see them around a lot and eventually they just disappear. But there's other people that have been out here for years. And, you know, I was homeless before years ago. And there's people that I still know out here that have been homeless the whole time. Honestly, like, really something I'm surprised about is, like, how many resources there are. Back when I was homeless before, I didn't know about any resources, but like now there's like a lot of things that like, you know, like a lot of organizations and like groups that'll hand out like free like tents and like camping supplies and free food, and then other groups or like organizations that'll help you like get into housing and like get like registered for Medicaid and registered for food stamps, and like they have like showers, and I didn't know about any of that before when I was homeless. And I think there's actually a lot more now than back in 2018 when I was last time.
So how come you don't go take up those people on the resources and shit?
Okay, so to get into housing, there's like a 12 to 18 month wait list. So I have applied, and it's really just a waiting game.
Okay. And I imagine the line's getting longer.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right. I hear a lot of people turn to drugs to stay up because like they have to protect their shit. Is that, and then they get hooked?
Well, like honestly, during winter, like it's cold, like doing drugs like stimulants will like keep you like, you know, like warm, and you know, other people like it's money, like that's the only way that they get by. Other people like, you know, that's how they're coping with the situation, and like honestly, just about everybody out here is on something. But it's for a different reason for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Well, because I'm traveling and I see that there's people that are out here in Bozeman
that are homeless.
Yeah, like why is it a cost of living problem out here?
Yes, the cost is like very, very high right now. So people are just like get motorhomes and live on the streets.
So you got this specifically because you couldn't afford to live in a house?
Right.
How long have you been out here?
Like a couple years, like maybe 1 or 2.
What was the rent increase? What did it go from what to what, or what?
It goes from like 1,000 to 3 to like a couple $100,000.
So it's gone up a lot.
Yeah.
And you have no option but to just get a camper and live out here, huh?
Yeah, live here, or like my sister down the road that I can stay with her sometimes.
Is there a lot more people on the streets here now than before?
Yes.
Are you from Bozeman?
From California.
Okay. When did you move here?
Like 3-4 years ago.
Okay. Did you used to have a house when you first moved here?
So we had like apartment, yes.
Okay. And then the cost of the apartment went up too much?
Yeah, so we couldn't stay there anymore.
How come you guys don't go somewhere cheaper? Why would you, like, somewhere that you could afford an apartment?
Because we have family down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who's in here? You got your whole family, right? Your daughter and...
Just, that's my little sister and then my mom and myself. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's, how long have you been homeless for?
About a year or two, not that long.
Okay. What's your plan to get out of...
Trying to look for a place in like Helena or somewhere else.
What do you think rent would be if you were to move?
A lot more.
Than in here?
Maybe like a couple thousands more.
Okay. So you're trying to find somewhere cheaper?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just very hard right now since everything's going up and like gases and everything.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm sure you go to the stadium, right?
What's that?
I'm sure you go to a stadium or an amusement park.
No.
Look, it's a book. Look, look.
What's that?
What is it?
I just wanted to interview somebody.
Shit.
What?
What you see? What?
Can I interview you? All right. So I talked to Ohio, and he said that. I mean, a misnomer that people have is that people on the streets, it's their own problem, and then he said that you come from a good background, and I mean, how did you end up here?
The truth?
Yeah.
Drugs and being irresponsible, honestly, is what landed me here after all these years. Sorry, Didi, just a second. That's just the bottom line right there. I got caught up in a lifestyle that I couldn't control and landed here, but it's not as I don't want to say as bad as it seems, but I met a lot of good people out here since I've been out here. Learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about the community and society and how things really run and where the help is at. Learned how to build a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to stay here, but we're in the midst of doing something that could help tens of thousands of people across America, honestly, if things work out with us figuring out a way to help curb the homeless problem. And that's the biggest thing is housing, being able to afford housing and stuff. And
so this may be future small homes affordable for people that are homeless, maybe.
Yeah. We want to start off with the homeless because there's like 10,000 homeless in Berkeley, Oakland alone, if I'm not mistaken, and then across America, you can imagine how many people are really homeless and stuff. Apartments across the street being built, no one here can afford those, and most of them are, more than half of them are empty right now, and they're building more of them, but right across the street you have a bunch of people that are homeless and would love to be in a place, a warm place, but they're not being offered to them anyway.
So there's a misnomer that the homeless population is basically people that made very bad decisions, a lot of addicts and stuff, but you think it's an affordable housing thing more than anything?
So anybody watching this and stuff, you tell me about how COVID affected you. Hopefully you're still in a home, and maybe you're not and stuff, but there's a lot of people that, and everybody knows this, is not, it's a fact, that basically didn't work for 2 years almost. And then half of them didn't go back to work because now the businesses they work for was out of business because they had no business because they weren't open the majority of the time. So anybody out there, there's so many people out here that lost their jobs or couldn't afford their rent because their job told them you can only work, from home or half the hours that you used to work. And I have a mortgage though, that so forth. No, it's not because of
It's a COVID thing more than anything, you think?
It's a accumulation of a lot of things. Some of the people out here, yes, they made bad choices and stuff. Some of the people out here lost their jobs during the COVID time. Some of the people had other hardships and stuff. It's not. That's another thing we're trying to express to people. It's not because of drugs and alcohol that the majority of these people are out here. Things happen, and if people out there can't understand or see that things happen to people in life, that cause things, and then you have a bigger thing that happens that we have no control over, like covert. Add that to just daily life and daily living and daily situation stuff, and then think about the Bay Area and how expensive. $1,800, if I'm not mistaken, for Oakland is the average one-bedroom apartment. $1,800 a month. So you're thinking $20 an hour is still only giving you $1,600 before taxes. Take out your taxes, you got maybe $1,300, $1,200. You still don't cover your rent in one check. You have a car note, you have car insurance. Maybe you have just one kid goes to school. One parent works, or what have you. You got to wash clothes, you got to pay electricity, you got to pay garbage, all this stuff. Maybe your mortgage stuff. So you tell me that, you know, who can really afford
minimum wage won't allow people to. So like the alternative thought is, okay, well, you decided to drop out of school so that you can't get a good job. So I don't feel bad for you because you made your own decisions. So like that's a theory that people have. Like, how do you respond to that?
It's hard. It's hard to explain stuff. I tell people, why don't you come down here and talk to some of us and find out what the stories are.
What's your story? Because you came from a good background, right? Like you came from a really good background. You didn't grow up on the streets and shit.
No,
like
not at all, not at all.
Middle class.
People make bad decisions. I'm talking for myself with this. I made bad decisions and stuff, and got caught up in a lot of partying, and didn't want to take responsibility. And by the time it was realized, I found out, the jobs give you chances and stuff. And luckily enough, I'm a person that, my job gave me numerous chances and stuff. And I just fucked it off. That's me. I'm just one person that's out of 200 out of this area. That's my story. But yeah, I screwed up, and now lucky enough, I found something in this group that we have come together to do something to sort of hopefully make amends with who we believe in up there, and do something better than what we were doing before and stuff. That's all I can say is I'm trying to make up for it, anyone I've hurt or anything, by doing what we're doing. And that's why it'd be great if more people come down here and talk to us about what's going on here, because I think they'd be sort of impressed about how far we've gotten with it and where we're going with it. It's not what they see.
What's your plan? How are you trying to get a job so you can get out of here?
I'm hoping that all of this turns into some sort of a paid job. Right now, of course, it's not paid because we don't have. But we want to create jobs along with the homes and stuff. There's so many talented people here that work on cars, who paint, who do electrical work. I'm a chef. They do so many different things. We want to create jobs here, and hopefully the outside community will solicit those jobs to promote more business and stuff. We want to keep it sort of here. I can go out there and fight and go back to the hustle and bustle out there, but why not try to create something here that can help other people in my situation and make it a little bit easier for them to get back into the workforce and work at a place where they're more comfortable and people accept them for who they are, house people, not unhouse them in a sense, you know what I mean? So
yeah, how can you, there's 100 and something thousand homeless people in California alone.
Ooh, wow.
LA's got like 50,000, dude. LA County.
Yeah. We talk to other little communities and stuff like that, and they help us out. This is Monty.
Can I show you? Can I record? Sure. Okay, I'm just doing a documentary on this and stuff. Hey, little dog. Is that your dog?
Yeah, what happened to your...
The eye thing, it's really a tooth infection now, so I got to go back to the emergency.
I've been out here 7 years, and I came out here to die, but instead of dying, I found community. I really did.
You mean you came out here to die? Like you had no hope in life?
I didn't. I lost half my family members in 1 month, same month. My brother, he was violently murdered by the police. My father had 7 strokes. My grandmother, they both just old age. But it was devastating for me. I didn't know how to cope. And I made a bad decision. That bad decision landed me out here 7 years. But the last couple of years, not so much. I'm trying to climb out now.
You're like nicely dressed and shit. Like, what do you do during the day to try to get out of here?
During the day, I'm online. I'm filling out resumes and applications. I'm speaking to folks. And I'm getting community side jobs. I do a lot of things. My father instilled a lot of different skills in me. So here, what we do is we meet people where they are, with the encouragement to slow down their usage. We don't force it. We just lead by example, and fortunately a lot of people have taken up that. Some doctors out here, fresh brand new doctors, but doctors nonetheless couldn't afford the rent.
So there were doctors living here when they first got here because they didn't earn enough to pay for rent until they worked for a few months and they could save up.
And so a friend of mine is staying with another guy that I work with. I do a lot of handiwork, like I said. He's turning his homes into trampoline nursing homes. So the nurses come from abroad and they rent his space. But they're like $3,500 a room. A room that's less than 750 square feet. It's not enough. It's not enough.
So what do you guys do all day? Like you plan your future?
Well, yeah, we do that, and we really are trying to. Find him. You guys, you see what's going on here? Come on, give us a break, please.
Don't worry about it. It's all right. It's all right.
Okay, thank you. Sorry guys.
It'll just be like another couple minutes and we'll be done.
So we deal with that.
Yeah.
Okay, what are the questions?
We're just talking about all the questions that people ask about being here and everything.
Our youngsters, we try because a lot of our youngsters have not been given the things that they needed for survival.
So your counselors out here too for some of the.
Of course.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people.
It's a
that
family,
have
right?
mental illnesses here, and yeah, we are family. We look after whoever comes here. We don't ask them to leave unless they get violent, and then they can come back. But they come back without the violence. The violence has to stay wherever, or they have to figure out another way to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right now, we're focusing on cleaning up the blight. Still, when we got here, we remediated a lot of it, but there were piles as high as that camper over there of other people's garbage. This was a dump site. Everyone came here and dumped. So we cleaned it up, and now that we have, now we're faced with the thought of eviction defense. So now
the city might kick you out?
Yeah, well, they might. They are highly...
I heard in Stockton, they came in with bulldozers one day without a warning. It wasn't as nice as this. But came in one day and it was leveled in the end of the day. And everybody, they're like, you got 10 minutes to get your shit. And they were like, and then they rebuilt it, but like...
You still lost your
no
stuff.
warning.
Right.
They're not going to do that shit here, right?
No. Well, it's possible. Do you know the damage that causes? I mean, mentally.
Well, I know, except you're already barely hanging on, and then you're starting over.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's think about you just moving, period. You got your job, you and your wife, you guys are now moving across country. That process, just that takes, and then you got everything together now. You could pay for the movers. It's still a daunting process. So imagine someone just going in and ripping all that from under you and saying, have a nice day, which is what Caltrans used to do. They used to go to the encampments, take what they wanted, put it into their personal vehicles, and chip everything else. The last car said, have a happy day, have a nice day. Yeah. And a big ass sign, have a nice day. The police sent us down here. So with amnesty, they said if we came down here, we'd be okay. They would not ask us to leave. So we're gonna try to hold them accountable for that.
Because I've met a lot of other homeless out here that don't drink, don't smoke, don't do drugs, and live in an RV and bounce from state to state and love it. I mean, that's their life. But you get a lot of people that are stuck out here that fell upon hard times, and getting out here, you get stuck into the cycle, you get stuck into drugs, and once you get stuck into drugs, it's, for the majority of people out here, it's a wrap. Like, you get in drugs and people don't understand addiction and understand how to fight it, and because of the illegalities of it, nobody wants to go seek help because they're scared of getting in trouble. So they, essentially get stuck. And can be rough.
So what's your plan? What are you going to try to do? Are you going to just live on the streets till you stop using?
No, I mean, in reality, probably. My hopes? No. I mean, I definitely don't like it out here. I mean, there's fun times, there's good people, there's definitely really good people out here. But there's a lot of fucked up people, a lot of individuals that are just sick and twisted, and having to worry about that kind of stuff like that. I mean, I don't have it on me now because I just woke up, but I walk around with the hatchet and the machete on my hip because I need to. Not just for tools, but you know, I've been jumped, I've had men try to rape me, I've had all kinds of shit happen. And it's a scary world out here. I mean, as beautiful as it is as ugly as ugly as it is.
Are there more homeless people in San Diego than you've seen in a while?
Yes.
Why is that, you think?
COVID, I think, helped a lot. Then the shutting everything down, people losing their businesses, losing their jobs, I think had a big part in it. Because that's when I saw the biggest jump, was right after the quarantines. And a lot of it too is people moving in from other places because San Diego is gorgeous. I mean, if you're gonna be a bum, why not be a beach bum? And I mean, it ranges from cost of living, you just can't keep up with the bills, to vices, to people just giving up. You know, there's no society anymore, there's no community anymore. And that sucks, because I remember when I was a kid, you knew your neighbors. You don't know your neighbors anymore.
As you probably know, my hometown of San Bernardino is a real mess. Well, I drove around for a few days last year, and I documented how much San Bernardino has gone downhill, and I talked about the crime and definitely the homeless problem. Well, when I was there, I ended up going into a camp right by a freeway, and I met some pretty interesting people in that camp. Well, everybody thinks like homeless people are like crazy or on drugs.
Oh, most of us are on drugs. I can't even lie. Kind of got to cope some way, somehow, whether it's alcohol, cigarettes, weed, meth, PCP, sure. I don't know. They have different names for it. I'm not really active in that, so I smoke weed and I do cigarettes, and I smoke meth every so often. Not as much as like everyone, not as others that I've hung out with. It's a little more consistent. I have to be productive. I have to work. Literally getting, just like this whole area was filled with trash.
But most of the people that are on the streets have a home they could go to if they would just sober up. Instead they'd be like, come home, but they just want it, they're addicted, and they just want to live on the streets.
They just want to live on the streets.
So
you'll be amazed on how many people live out in the streets and they have homes. And I look at them like, where's your mom at? Can I talk to her and be you? Like, because being sober isn't the hard part. Being homeless and a drug addict, that's the hard part for them mentally. Like that, it's mind over matter. Like if you really want a home, you're gonna get the home. But if you have just the drug part, then you're just gonna stay where you're at, because it's easier to get drugs on the street than it is to be in the house.
So a lot of the people choose to live that lifestyle.
And then the ones that don't, like there's a group of us, like Red, me, Sheena. There's nobody to fall back on. And unfortunately, in my case, I don't have a mother. I've never had a mother, so I don't know I can't relate to people who do have moms. But my dad was my caretaker. So anytime I was in a struggle, I would go home to LA with my dad. And now that he relies on me, it's a really, really hard thing. And then the fact that he lost his ability to talk, I don't have anybody to talk to get help. No. So I miss my dad and being able to talk to him. And the fact that I can't even bring him home now it sucks.
So you just can't find anywhere to live. Like no one will take you.
Nobody will. Well, I went and I wouldn't. It's happened to me twice now. I found a room for rent, and I was tried to get sexual, like I got sexually assaulted, I guess, not really raped because it wasn't anything where they got it. They ended up keeping my deposit and they kept my rent, and I couldn't get it back.
Threw you out.
I left because I wasn't gonna stay in somewhere where. But when I tried to get my rent back.
How long have you been out here?
On this part right here, I think about 3, maybe close to 5 months, somewhere in 3 to 5 months. Yeah.
Are you from Texas?
Yeah.
What?
My ear is.
Why is the homeless problem getting so worse in Austin?
I don't know. I don't know. There's just not much out there, and I don't have any cash, you know. So, not just anybody will rent. I don't even want to rent anymore.
So it's a cost of living?
Huh? Just the lock situation, they're locked up. And if you break a window or something, they could get you for, you know, you have to pay all that or get all them repairs and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know.
Do you have a plan?
Yeah, I've been trying to get a bus ticket. This may sound something, but the money's out on the rent, so I'm trying to get a bus ticket to go back to Lost Heart, and there's no buses or anything going that way.
So you're just stuck here?
Yeah.
How much money do you need to get to where you're going?
I think the bus ticket goes anywhere from $30 to $50.
Why don't you just go in the shelter inside?
In here, they won't let it.
They won't let you in the shelter?
I sat here for all this time, you know. I think I've been here, a month and some, trying to get inside this place. They kept telling me they were going to open it, and they're not going to open it.
So you're waiting to get in here?
Yeah. I seen them, they got the lock off the door and everything the other day, and he said, this place isn't for, we're not letting anybody in. But he said it's something about the end of December.
Okay.
And I've been out here this long, been put off that many times, so I don't think it's going to happen then either.
Have you been waiting right here the whole time?
About right here, yeah.
Sleeping right here?
Yeah. Not since I got here, just since we're trying to get in this building right here.
Well, like, how did you end up on the streets?
I went to prison in 2015, and I got out in 2017. And during that time, my mom had passed, and my father and my brother stole a bunch of money from me. They took cars, they took jewelry, they took guns, they took 2 storage bays. I had my mother doing things for me while I was in prison. You know, I'm sending her money from the prison. And I sent her over $45,000 in a 5-month period.
And she took it all?
My father and my brother did. Once she passed away, they took everything from me, man.
So you don't really have a plan yet? You're just trying to just survive?
I have a plan, man. I'm trying to get off the street, but it's hard for me right now because I'm on the run. Not for anything that I've done, but for not checking in with PO.
So if they found you, you'd be in trouble?
I'm going to jail. So it's kind of me not being able to move how a normal citizen would move in my position, man. It's been slow. And it's never taken me this long to get on my feet once released. You know, I have work skills. I'm a journeyman level pipe welder. You know,
you can't get a job though?
I can go back down to the hall and go to work. Why haven't I don't know. I think it has something to do with my lack of faith in the system. I know that there's resources available to help us, to help people in my situation help themselves, which I'm grateful for. but because of the warrant, I can't take advantage of those benefits that are offered at this time. I would have to go in, do my time, and get out and start clean, and take it from there. Which I really want to do, but it's not in me to turn myself in. I can't do it, man. So right now, I really want to. My goal is to rack up maybe 40,000 on a card before they put the cuffs on me, so that when I am released, I won't have to start like this again. As fucked up as it is, I would like to get it taken care of and cleared up any way that I can, but I can't turn myself in, man. I can't. So, I'm just taking it day by day, man. For me, this is I've learned some things, man, having been out here. I was one of those arrogant cats that used to talk about homeless people and shit. Though I would give them money, I would still talk about them, make fun of them, make fun of the situation, and I would swear up and down to people around me, man, that'll never be me. I would take a penitentiary chance on doing some shit before I allow myself to be out here like that. And lo and behold, I'm out here like that, man.
What are you trying to do? I saw this. I'm doing a video on YouTube, and I wanted to ask, about Sacramento and just the number of homeless people that's growing.
There's too many out here, bro.
Yeah. What is this? I've never seen.
Safe Ground.
Okay.
Not-profit organization. I'm the manager here.
Okay. Why is there such a huge spike in homelessness right now in Sacramento?
Nobody has nowhere to go. Simple as that. You're either camping out in the street or you're camping out in the river. People don't have no place to go, and then, your income ain't gonna help you get in. Unless you know somebody that's gonna reach your room, but other than that, your income is your income. And like I said, you gotta fight somewhere to go. Food, shelter, it's cold. So you just gotta fight where you need to go. And, at this point, the mayor, governor, and whoever else dealing with this, they're not putting their foot down. They're only doing it halfway and want everybody else to finish the rest of it. If you're the mayor or the governor, help the homeless. Don't help the homeless for so much and then you have no more money.
What do you want them to do? What would they do?
They need to put the homeless in somewhere. That's mental or non-mental. You got people out here on the streets that need help. You can't give help if you don't know what's going on. Like I said once before, when Kevin Johnson was mayor, I asked him, I said, why don't you come on here and look like we are? Come on here for a week with a backpack and clothes on. None of your security. Come on here by yourself and you can see how we live. And he looked at me and walked off.
The mayor did that?
Kevin Johnson.
So, do they just not have enough places to put homeless people, or
There's enough places, there's enough land out here to go put a homeless camp out there. They put that high rise on North 12th and 7th Street at the lake. You can make that to a homeless camp. It's out of sight, out of mind. But you want to put a high rise. So now you're really chasing homeless away. Homeless are in the river. They're kicking everybody off the river now too, with the new law that came through. So nobody has nowhere to go. If you got a car, you're sleeping in your car, or you're sleeping in somebody's porch, somebody's piece of property.
Well, they have money and they have land, so why won't they do it?
They don't want to do shit. They don't want to do nothing for the homeless. I'm not gonna cuss, but they don't want to do nothing for the homeless. They want to do what they want to. They don't want to help the homeless. They want to do what they want to help the homeless instead of coming out here, talking to the homeless, and seeing what they need or what can they do to help them. They're not doing that. It's a majority of, I'm gonna say what I want to say on camera to make myself look good. And that's how it is. I'm barely surviving, but I'm surviving.
Did you ever think you'd end up homeless?
No.
Tell me what just happened.
I gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
Why?
I don't know, man. They don't want us out here yet. I'm used to it, man.
They're throwing you guys out? Where are they gonna make you go?
I don't know where we gonna go.
Why now?
I don't get it. Maybe somebody trying to get somewhere else. I don't know. That's all I can think of.
All right.
We've been in this long. Wow, man.
How long you been out here?
I've been out here over 10 years.
10 years?
Oh. It don't make no sense.
Because they put people in housing, but then they put all these different stipulations that you have to meet, and it's basically a setup that you're gonna get kicked back out.
What are the stipulations?
Things like no drinking, okay? Okay, no drug use. Okay, this is other things. This is me personally. I got put in housing and it was cockroach infested. I found out I'm allergic to cockroaches. I'm allergic to nicotine. I found out the place had been condemned. An investment group bought it.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how they're passing these inspections, but the short version is it was saturated with growing black mold. And I was trying to cover up the black mold.
Okay, but like a lot of people,
Like I never even knew about black. Now I know about black mold, green mold, white mold, all the molds, because I'm like, nah, I better keep my mouth shut, because other people say you better shut up. You shut up. Something breaks, fix it. You paint over it. Paint over it.
Okay. A lot of people think that everybody on the streets is like on drugs or drunk. Is that true?
No.
How many people out here are like fucked up on drugs and booze and shit?
Probably, because it's like, fuck it. Excuse me, but it's F it. I'm already out here. They're not providing, especially like I get benefits, and I've done the paperwork, and I know how to do paperwork, but like some people don't have the ability to even do that. Like you even get your phone stolen. I haven't gotten the vaccine. I'm not gonna get the vaccine. And the reason I got narcolepsy cataplexy is from vaccine. And I don't know if you know what narcolepsy is, sleeping disorder.
Yeah.
Where you fall asleep. Okay, I've had my medicine stolen quite a few times, and then I just pass out somewhere. And I wake up to ambulance, the police.
So you were in a wreck and you got brain injury, and that's what set you in the pathway you're at right now, and then you couldn't get good credit and hold a job, and so you ended up on the streets. Is that?
To a certain degree, but it was primarily false charges.
And false charges against the police. You got thrown in jail.
Oh, I got false charges on me.
What were the false charges? What did they say you did?
Stupid stuff.
So you went to jail?
Yeah. Oh, abduction of children was one.
Abducting children? You got accused of abducting children?
My own child.
Your own kid? Oh, you have a kid?
Which wasn't even with me. Yeah.
So somebody accused you of stealing your kid?
Yeah, the ex-boyfriend who said he was the ex-husband. Okay, Brian Tate Holmes. But anyway, I went all the way to North Carolina Supreme Court, and I won the case to flip it. But by then, all this damage had been done. Like they literally, I had my own salon. The helicopter was over the salon. They busted down the doors, said I didn't appear in court, and that was also fraudulent because I didn't miss the court date. That's like $10,000 bond.
How long ago was that?
Actually, all that was 2006.
Oh,
but it's a domino effect of kept going to court. I've been probably about 100 charges against me in about 10 years, 15 years. Technically, I can't work. But
you cannot work?
No.
Because nobody will hire you, or because you can't, your brain?
I got too much medical stuff going on.
Okay, so you can't even get a job?
No.
So you're just gonna have to...
I'd have to, the only type of work I can do has to be flexible, because I get triggered by, narcolepsy is affected by strong emotions. So somebody starts talking, I don't know, rude to me, or somebody starts screaming, my brain, it's just short.
Yeah.
I can't handle, but it's the brain injury, but it's lights, the lights, I'd have to be in a place that has to be total silence, and then do whatever it is I'm doing. They offer places that are not, quote, habitable.
Okay.
Like places, okay,
Yeah,
here
I get you,
go.
I get you.
That's
So-
unfit housing right there. Something like that. Like where you walk up and it's like, oh, blank, no.
So that's the kind of place that you would qualify for, and it's not acceptable.
No.
So you would
I'd
rather
be
live out here than
there.
like...
Yeah, because I can't breathe. I get sick. I end up in the hospital. I get more medical bills. Like the one place I got housed in for 6 months, I thought I was dying. I had blood coming out my nose. Like
Are you sad?
No, that's just me personally. Because, I mean, I guess I could say you could focus on the negative or the positive, or you can see both sides, like yin and yang. If you see both sides, it's like I'm not the only one that's gone through this, and I will speak about it, and I do speak about it, because a lot of people won't. There's so much hardships and so much things that happen to people that are not, quote, fair. So it's a mentality thing. Because he couldn't get in the rooms at the end. And I was like, ha, you couldn't get in. You ain't gonna get your fancy...
Do you feel... Are you scared to live out here? Do you feel threatened? Do you feel...
Not anymore, because I've been out here and then not, and then been out here and not, because I keep trying to get housing, but I'm to the point like I almost don't want to rent, because I am not being treated like a human being like I was before. Like there's a difference. There's a lot of people, I don't know what the news is feeding about the homeless, whatever, but there's people like just that don't treat me like a human being for whatever thing they got. And like say somebody's with me and I say, I mean, you make jokes like they're not happy with their own life. You know what I mean? Like why they hating so, like I have people come yell at me, you don't want any help. It's like, okay, yeah, I did sign up. I did the paperwork. I've done it. I've done all the quotes, do the motions. I'm signed up with multiple organizations, but I want fit housing. And I'm real cautious, or like the toilet's wobbling. It's like, okay, what's up?
Do you have friends and family that you could rely on?
Yeah.
Why don't you go stay with them?
Because I want my own place. I mean, but at the same time, if you stay with like parents, they treat you like a child. You're trying to take over.
Like if you went home to your parents, they treat you bad.
No, they just take over. They do the parent role again.
Is there a problem with the system that you are frustrated by?
Discrimination and unethical business. They say they're going to do certain things. They collect money to do certain things, and they're not doing the things.
So the nonprofits aren't doing enough?
I'm not going to say they're not doing enough, but like some of them are collecting funds, and the funds are not being put in the places they're supposed to be put in.
I've heard that from other homeless people too, yeah.
Okay.
So tell me what your situation is.
Well, I'm in a domestic violence situation with my dude. We've been going through it. We just lost our house right here on Rainbow. We were in the condos, and he has an anger issue, so he can't like really get a grip of his anger, and it cost us our home. And at first it cost us our kids being able to stay with us, and then I had my dad, and my dad had a stroke in 2019. So he had a left-sided stroke. He lost his cognitive and he's not able to move the right side of his body and his ability to talk. So I became his conservator, and I brought him home. But him being half paralyzed, and upstairs, downstairs unit, and then not being able to go to work, I had to put in full time with him, which cost me money because I have my independent jobs. I did Uber, Lyft, and karaoke hosting, and those are all independent.
So you lost all your jobs?
Pretty much. Taking my dad in, and then I used all my savings to buy diapers and my dad would throw fits, and the only thing he could say is "out," "no," and "por favor." 3 majestic words there. I was like, we got the cops called on us quite a bit at the house too. So the HOA, the housing authority, wasn't happy about it either. So it was just a lot.
How long have you been out here?
Out this way about a month now. I was homeless for 2 years, about 6 years ago. I was from 19 to 21. I couldn't get a house like I wanted to when I did have enough money because I had to build credit, and I had no established credit. So they wouldn't even rent an apartment to me. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I was like, damn, how did our parents do it? And I realized they didn't have credit checks. I was like,
yeah, they didn't.
No, lucky. I was like, you guys are able to buy houses and do the most, and now we have to have credit to establish that. So I'm like,
so what's your plan?
I'm actually working with a worker from the welfare and trying to get into the homeless assistance program. I sent my son to go stay with his grandma for the time being. And I'm not sure what the plan is between me and my dude. But it's like, I love him, but if he wants to stay here in a tent, that's going to be on him. I'm going to move forward. I want to move forward and get back to where we were with our cars and home and our kids.
So you're just trying to get back on your feet.
Yeah, and right now I can't like really get a job like 9 to 5 because I haven't been able to shower, and I'm not going to go into work smelling like foot every other day, and then we live in this dirt. So it's been very hard. It's wake up to the sun and it's heat all the time, and I'm waking up drenched in sweat. So, and then at night it's cold, and I'm glad it's getting cold now again because it was the same at night. Like, we were just drenched in sweat. So every day it's just already drained from the start. And just to get water, like we have to walk all the way to Jack in the Box to get ice cold water. And if we don't have our food stamps, like I got my food stamp stolen and I had to do the reevaluation, not having a mailbox and not being able to get to and from the welfare became a constant, like it was a hassle. It's still a hassle.
To go get your checks, it was a pain in the butt to go get your welfare checks.
Yeah, it was like to do the reports, the SR7 reports that they need every so often, which isn't bad. Like, we could make it down there, but we didn't have bus passes at first, and then Medi-Cal started supplying bus passes now. So we'll have to call it in, and they send you a virtual one. But if your phone's dead,
you
can't get on the bus because you can't show that you have a bus pass. So just to charge the phones, it's a hassle. The only thing I don't like about being homeless, the only thing that really bothers me are the flies. They're everywhere, no matter what. I'm like, homeless or not, like they're just there, and I'm like, I start torching them out. Like, literally just started doing my torch, and I was like, I'm gonna get them, and then I'll burn them out. So I sit there just constantly smacking flies off. And then it makes me feel even more smellier. Like, dang, I stink.
How much do they give you guys in like benefits for being?
I think it's $220 when you're single. Just you, like it's about my dad gets $270, and I got $430, and that's with me and my son. With my son not being on there, I get the same as my dad. So it's okay, but it's not, because we're constantly buying water, which water's gone up, all our groceries gone up. And then to top things off, we don't have a fridge or anything. We usually get like sandwiches or
Subway or fast food.
Fast food, Del Taco, Taco Bell, Jack in the Box. We'll get a couple dollars. We'll ask people for $1, $2, or one of our friends has money. We'll be like, hey, do you have a couple dollars to spare? Usually we all do pretty good in looking out for one another. Like, if I make something and someone else doesn't have it, then I'll shoot it. Like, just kind of like the homeless community looking out for one another, as far as like I see. Like, he's done a lot to help us out over here, and he already doesn't have a lot himself. So, and you gotta have a good heart when you're out this way, because if you're bitter and you're just angry all the time, then you're really not gonna get a lot of help out. Like, all right, you're gonna figure it out by yourself, and then you realize that it does take a community to help you get back up. Well, I'm pretty bitter about like choices I've made that could have been different and not making me to where I'm at right now. But a lot of people, they don't blame, I don't ever hear anybody blame the system. I think most of them blame themselves for not making different choices. And then even then, it's not like a bitter, angry. Like a lot of people aren't angry. As I say, a lot of them are actually happy and high, to be honest. So, and then like the only time I see them angry is when the heat is really scorching down. At that point, everybody's angry. For some reason, when it's really, really hot, just nobody's in a good mood. And I'm like, dang, okay, watch out. We got the attitude, but then you got the heat messing with everybody's head.
So they're just happy and high on like weed and meth and whatever, wandering around.
I mean, we kind of make the best of like, you know, sarcasm actually kind of helps out a lot. I don't know. I think I'm pretty sarcastic, huh, Red? I get a lot of people who are like, oh, like, what you doing? I was like, I don't know, rolling in dirt, trying to stay cool. Like, shoot, like, it's doing too much right now.
So even making good money, things are so expensive here, you still struggle on occasion. You still have those moments where you're just like, damn, where am I going to pull this extra money from to maybe give the kids a little something extra, to take the wife out to dinner this month. Like those little things, sometimes you have to bypass because it's so expensive here.
Mm-hmm.
The simple things in life, the things that make you smile and make you laugh, that gives you that moment where your shoulders could actually drop down and you could take a deep breath. It's so expensive here that a lot of times you don't have that opportunity.
No, that's cool.
I think this is what I think, y'all. I think to get out of homelessness, you gotta pray. You gotta believe in yourself. You know what I mean? I like that, but cut it. All right, I'm done. You know, just pause it.
Are you looking to move and need advice? I do consulting. That's right. I'll sit down and talk about where the next perfect place for you and your family should be. I do it all the time. Together, let's find you a new home that's safe and checks all your boxes. And I can also help you find your new house, too. Email me and I'll work with you. I'm not just helping you figure out where to move, but I can help you find your perfect home, too. That's right. I know awesome, reliable agents all over the country, and I'd love to connect you to somebody who can help you search for that perfect home. Hey guys, if you learned something new about America or what it's like to live in America, great. You should think about subscribing and turning on your notifications. You can also click one of these videos or playlists for more.
Hey YouTube world, I'm Sage, Nick's manager. You've enjoyed a Corner House Entertainment production, so watch another one.